Welcome to Oregon. I'm Catherine Hardwick. I'm directing the movie Twilight, and we're up here in St. Helens, Oregon. When I read the book, I thought, wow, this lady, Stephenie Meyers, has done a great job of capturing what it feels like to just be this crazy teenage girl that's just falling madly and obsessively in love with this guy, this super cool, bad guy. And I liked the guy, too. He was interesting, strange, drove fast cars, you know, could climb trees and leap out of buildings, but he had like a lot of like other interesting traits and existential issues that he was dealing with, you know, about his heart and soul and his humanity and what he'd lost. So it had a lot of deep things that were really interesting to me.
I was making a movie in Portland in the fall, and Catherine Hardwick, who I had worked with before and produced her last movie, called and said she was trying to make this movie Twilight, which I knew the book series because I tried to buy it about a year and a half ago and found out that the rights were already gone. It had become a huge phenomenon, and the studio she was making it for, Eric Feig, he had called and he said, we could use some help because I know you just shot up there and you know the locations and the crew and everything. You've worked with Catherine before. There's a lot of things that you can do to help us sort of get this going. We have a December release date. We got a lot to pull off, and so I came up in February and began working with her in pre-production, and just dived in. It's been a ride.
For me, right when I read the book, I thought, oh, this is great. It's like you really feel what it feels like to be this girl, and you really hear her voice. And now, that's words on a page, and now I want to make it visual for everyone to see it. And I want to find these locations that you read about, the dripping moss and the trees, and just show you like stunning stuff and put these characters that we love in a visually, fabulous environment and show you that action and just take you on a wild ride. So in a way, we get to take you even further than the book does, because we get to go up in the treetops with Edward. We get to, do just some crazy, beautiful stuff, and our camera gets to like spin around, take you out in that meadow, all this kind of take you on the ride.
The opening sequence is about, Edward hunting, or with the Greek vampire, they hunting animal for life. They don't kill people, so they're hunting animals. So the beginning is the opening is the hunting stuff. So kind of like we shot something like almost like a documentary, like a Discovery Channel, or Animal Planet. It's really beautiful sequence with the deer, and then the tree is beautiful, and I think the finale is very cool. The ending when Edward fight with James, and there's a really good fight scene, like a lot of firework, and we damaged the whole, ballet studio, that we build the set and then we crash everything. We crash the window, we crash the wall, we crash the ground, we do everything. That's a beautiful sequence. And then one sequence is really special is a vampire, they play baseball. So that's a cool sequence too.
I get to boss around a bunch of guys. Yes! The way it should be.
She's very enthusiastic. I mean, I guess you guys saw her earlier, but she's very hands-on with things. I mean, she's funny. She gets very, very energized about things. We were shooting at 5 o'clock in the morning, freezing cold and raining yesterday, and she's so like, yeah, come on, let's do it again. It's just like, oh, I think I've done it. I think I've pretty much done it.
It seems like people are kind of excited about the movie, all the fans. I mean, we have people even out here in the middle of Oregon, like hanging out, watching, getting the autographs and everything.
And I think the best thing that this movie has done is involve Stephenie Meyer, the author, in every aspect of it. I mean, they were really smart about involving her in the script process and pre-production, and she's been up several times in production. So I think the best thing you can do when you're making a book series that has such a fervent fan base, you want to make sure that you're delivering to them the things that they fell in love with the book. And I think, in having made a bunch of movies, sometimes, you get involved with a franchise and you go, oh man, okay, vampires, what if they're, space aliens? I mean, you do those things that film producers often do and studios often do, and they start to tinker with it. Well, this is the most pure adaptation that I had ever read. I read the book first and then I read the script, and I was like, wow, y'all nailed it.
Could be good. I've got my fingers crossed. We hope that people like the first one, and then we'll think about the next after that.
The Studio Summit is preparing the next series so that they can sort of be ahead of it and make sure that we get the books made into movies at the right age. For the sad thing about vampires is they don't age, so Edward's got to remain the same age for all the books, so we got to shoot him quickly.
No, I mean, I don't mind the cold. I don't mind it at all. I like Oregon. I think I'm going to come back here for a while.
Everybody, thank you very much.
And I think people are going to like it.